Hello, wrestling fans. How's everyone doing? I am doing excellent. Anyway, I have a question for you, wrestling gurus. The question is, do you think that Cody Rhodes versus Daniel Bryan could be a good main event for any WWE pay-per-view in the near future? Now, for my opinion, I say definitely yes. Now, about Cody Rhodes, he's currently Intercontinental Champion. He's getting a major push in the company. That is awesome. He has some great feuds with Randy Orton. And also, he has some awesome matches with Rey Mysterio, especially at WrestleMania 27. I really enjoyed that match. That's an excellent match. Now, I know a lot of people on YouTube did not like that match, but everyone has their own opinion. And plus, as a mid-card match, I'm kind of glad that Cody Rhodes won at Mania. Now, a lot of people on YouTube was focused on the Triple H versus The Undertaker. That was a great match. And also, the main event between The Miz and John Cena for the WWE Championship match. But back to Cody Rhodes. He's definitely a future world champion and also maybe WWE champion. Most likely. It all depends what brand he's on or what kind of storyline he's at the time. But about Daniel Bryan, he's currently Mr. Money in the Bank and also the new number one contender for Mark Henry World Championship, and that'll happen tomorrow night live on SmackDown Edition. They'll face off in a steel cage match. That's gonna be a good match. Hopefully, WWE does not have a squash match. You know, I know that Mark Henry recently got injured by the Big Show at Survivor Series, and I hopefully maybe that Daniel Bryan become the new world champion live on SmackDown. We'll tune in to that. And this past Friday, he had an opportunity to cash it in, and he rode in Mark Henry, got the 1, 2, 3. I was very surprised that he was the world champion, but wait, theater long, you know, I guess it was too rushed, and they reversed it, and Mark Henry was still the world champion, and Mike Cole was very happy for him. You know, Mark Henry was, you know, glad he is still a champion, and and then later on in the evening is a fatal four-way match. It was awesome. But I think these two guys will have some great feuds in the future, you know. Collision, you know. If Austin and The Rock could do it, these guys could do it. It all depends if the WWE could book this match good, you know, great storyline. But you guys think I'm nuts comparing The Rock and Austin, but it's just an idea, you know. If it happens in the future, and if it doesn't, really not a big deal, you know. I really like to see Cody Rhodes in the world champion, you know. I know a lot of people on YouTube, especially the younger fans, don't like Cody Rhodes, you know. I don't really care about his dashing gimmick. I didn't like that at all. I'm happy they got rid of it. Then when Rey Mysterio busted his nose, of course that's a storyline. Then they put this mask on, like this plastic shield. Then he wore like a little hoodie when he came down the aisle. It was awesome. And another thing that topped off the whole darkness of Cody Rhodes, he had his cronies bringing paper bags and all his fans, and it was kind of cool. And his victims, or his opponent, had a bags too. Is excellent. I'm not too sure they got rid of that thing. It was very cool. I'm not too sure on WWE12 if you get beat by Cody Rhodes, they put the bag over the face. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe next time they'll do that next game. But I really think that's going to happen in the near future. And I'm not too sure that should happen on a house show Asia definitely is gonna happen on a Raw before it's gonna happen on any pay-per-view. You know, like 1-on-1. Maybe eventually, if Cody Rhodes become world champion or Daniel Bryan, maybe these two guys will face for the belt. So give me your opinions, give me your thoughts. And another thing I want to see in the future, like a dream match. I know a lot of people on YouTube really want to see this between Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk, former members of ROH way back in the day. I'm not too sure these two guys ever collided at ROH. Please let me know, comment down below. I really appreciate it. I don't have that channel. I guess the only time I could see it if I could watch it on YouTube or if I go order on ROH.com. Please let me know if he has some great matches between these two rivalries. I know that Daniel Bryan was ROH champion back in the day, and we'll find out if WWE books Punk versus Daniel Bryan in their future. That'd be great for Mania. I know that Punk has better mic skills than Daniel Bryan right now, currently, you know. And I don't know if anyone knows that I heard reports that once R-Truth get back from his suspension, they're gonna put him back to face. Really, W? Really? That was bogus. Because the only thing he says what's up and he loses every single match. I didn't care for that. But when he turned heel, that was awesome move by the company. But of course, he lost his one WWE title shot against John Cena at Campbell's Punishment. I think they should give him the strap that time because he was with all his jimmies and great promo, and he was the only great heel at the time besides The Miz. I think I think The Miz took the back seat for the title picture at the time, you know. But speaking of R-Truth, once he gets back, he's gonna face most likely against The Miz, you know. Like what happened a few months ago with the Miz and Alex Riley. We don't know nothing about Alex Riley anymore, do we? Do we? I could be right, I could be wrong. Now, I don't know. I really hopefully that WWE does not screw up Daniel Bryan and say he says let me rephrase that. I hopefully WWE does not screw up Daniel Bryan and Daniel Bryan says fuck this company, I'm going back to ROH. Hopefully not, because Daniel Bryan is very, very young. You know, he's more younger than the guys like Triple H, Taker, etc. We have not seen Taker since Mania 27, so I know he's healing up his injuries. I know he had surgery recently. That's why he was not at Vengeance Survivor Series, you know. And now before I let you guys go, just a quick reminder: on December 9th, my tag team partner, you know, my co-host, Governor Football, and myself will have a Q&A episode on episode 6. So if you have any questions for WWE, TNA, hockey, NFL, baseball, any sport, movies, DVD reviews, anything, you could ask me or my tag team partner, Governor Football, anything. We do not mind. Thank you very much. So far, I only have one Q&A question. Stay here for Nick, okay? We really appreciate it. Now I have one plug. His name is Mike TNA W3, if I said it right. If not, then the link will be down there in the description box. So check it out. He makes some decent he makes some decent videos. He recently came back on YouTube, so give guys some credit. Give him some hand, okay? He does a good job, from my opinion. I don't know if anyone knows that tonight on Raw is John Morrison last night in the company because his contract is going to expire. That's what it says online. I'm not too sure. You can't read it whatever you believe, you know. You never know. Maybe WWE's going to resign him and he's going to stay with the company. Because I remember a few months ago, or maybe before that, or after that, he loses every single match besides one non-title match against Dolph. And in a couple, I think Survivor Series, he got a United States title match against Dolph. Really? Very, very dumb. I guess WWE just felt sorry for him. But if he does join TNA sometime soon, maybe sometime in 2012, and same thing from Lena, they're gonna reunite, and it's gonna be sad he's gonna leave. I really liked when Morrison was AK Johnny Nitro when he was a great heel. Former ECW champion, and it was awesome. And that's about it. And don't forget, tomorrow night, live on SmackDown, it's going to be the host with the most, Mick Foley, the hardcore legend. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to that. Now, I know a few of my friends on YouTube has the new Stone Cold Steve Austin on Blu-ray or DVD. His name is Boston Fan 79. I try to look for my copy at my local Best Buy or Walmart. Nothing. I guess my area does not like to release it that early. So sometimes I pick up my DVDs early. It all depends. You just gotta be very sneaky about it. You gotta be careful. You can't ask them because probably they just gonna deny it. So if your store does not carry it now, most likely it's gonna have it in the store tomorrow or Monday or whatever. I'll pick my copy up on Blu-ray. It's a 3-disc on Blu-ray. On DVD, it's 4-disc. Okay, everyone, I'm out of here. Enjoy Raw tonight, and check out that link down there. What I just said. I'm freaking out of here. Peace out. Take care, everyone, and I see you guys next video. My next video will be my NFL picks for week 13. Now I'm out here. Sorry about the jibber jabber. Peace out, everyone.